I've created a simple facts document, and what I'd like to do now is add some form controls. For example, I'm going to click in the cell to the right of 2, and on my Developers tab and in my Controls group, I'm going to click this button, the Rich Text Content Control button. When I click this button, I get a field. I'd then like to control the properties of this field, so in the Controls group, I'll click the Properties button. I'd like to give this field a title, so I'll put Who's the Facts 2. I'd like to make it that the person using this form cannot delete this control, so I'll tick this option here, and I'll click OK. And I can see I have a field saying Who is this Facts 2. I'd like to create another Rich Text Content Control, so I'm going to click in the box to the right of Fax Number. Up on my Developers tab in my Controls group, I'll click the Rich Text Content Control. When I click this particular field, I'll then go into Properties and type, what is the fax number? Again, I don't want the user to be able to delete this control, so I'm going to tick this option here and click OK. In this particular field to the right of date, I'd like to add another content control. I know I could put a field in here which gives me today's date, or I could type today's date, but I want the user to be able to select a date, so I'm going to insert a date picker. On the Developers tab in the Controls group, there's a button called Date Picker Content Control. I'm going to click this button. I'm then going to go to Properties and type a title. Select a date. Again, I don't want them to be able to delete this control, so I'll tick this option here. And when they do select a date, I'd like to show it in this format here. And I'll click OK. I'd like to put another Rich Text Content Control to the right of Subject. So on my Developers tab in my Controls group, I'm going to click the button Rich Text Content Control. I'm going to click Properties and type Enter a Subject. And again, not allow the user to delete this control. And OK. For the pages, I'd actually like to insert just a plain field which actually calculates the number of pages in this document. So I'm going to choose the Insert tab in the ribbon. I'm going to go to the Text group and hit the drop down on Quick Parts. Quick Parts has the option Field, and I'm going to click Field. There are many fields that you can insert into a document, such as the date the document was created or today's date. What I'd like to do is look for a different field. There's even a field to calculate the total amount of time that this document has been edited, or a field to show the file name and the location of this particular file. But I'm looking for a field called Num Pages, and here it is here. When I click Num Pages, what this does is it gives me the total number of pages in a document, and I want to show it in this format, so I'll click this option, and I'll click OK, and here are the number of pages. What I'd now like to do, to the right of Urgent, is create a combo box. I'm going back to my Developers tab, and in the Controls group, I'm going to click this button. This is the Combo Box Content Control, which gives me a drop down of options, so I'll click this button. I'll then go into Properties, and I'll give it a title. Select an urgency. I don't want to be able to delete this control, so I'll tick this option. And here I can add the options that I want to appear in my drop-down list or combo box. So I'll click Add. I want them to have the option High and OK. I'll click Add, Normal, Urgency, and OK. Add or Low Urgency, and OK. So the user can choose 3 items, one of 3 items, and I'll click OK. If I click the drop down, I can see that they can choose high, normal or low. If I go to the date picker, I can see that they can select a date, and today's date has got a red border. What I'd now like to do is stop there.